ankle biter, vicious dog, demon dog, devil dog, or misunderstood breed? What would you say? Have you been to the animal shelter lately? If so, you may have noticed that most dogs there are Chihuahuas, Chihuahua mixes, Pit Bulls, or Pit Bull mixes. These two breeds, sadly, are negatively labeled and stereotyped. I know nothing about Pit Bulls, so I'll leave the Pit Bulls to the Pit Bull advocates. But I do know Chihuahuas. In this video, we are going to go in depth why Chihuahuas have such a negative reputation. The public as a whole does not have a very high opinion of these little dogs. Are you ready? Let's get started. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, welcome back, and thank you so much for watching. My name is Linda. I am owner and editor of chichisandme.com and of this channel. I have owned, raised, and trained Chihuahuas for over 25 years now. And I am so passionate about Chihuahuas that I have done years of research and study on the Chihuahua breed. What I've learned, I want to share with you, so you and your Chihuahua can live the best life ever together. If you love Chihuahuas, if you'd like to know more about their health, nutrition, training, behavior, then you are in the right place, because that is what this channel is all about. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing. So, have you been to an animal shelter lately? Did you happen to notice that there were a lot of Pit Bull or Chihuahua mixes at the shelter? Depending on what part of the country you're from, you may wonder why are so many Pit Bull and Chihuahua mixes found in shelters? And then I've had people tell me that they have looked and looked and looked and looked at their local shelter and they've never seen any Chihuahuas. It is true that the homeless Chihuahua population is disproportionate. For instance, shelters in California and some parts of California may be inundated with Chihuahuas and Chihuahua mixes, while shelters in the Midwest may seldom ever see a Chihuahua. But if you stay tuned till the end, I want to share with you a Chihuahua rescue organization, and I'll put a link in the description below. And this rescue organization is trying to change that. The shelters that are inundated with Chihuahuas and Chihuahua mixes, they are trying to find homes for them in like the Midwest or places where Chihuahuas are not found often, and transport them to loving homes in different parts of the country. It may or may not surprise you that Chihuahuas are the second most often euthanized dog breed, second, of course, right behind Pit Bulls. In some parts of California, Chihuahuas make up to from 50 to 60% of the homeless Chihuahua population. So here's a question. How many times have you gotten comments similar to, "Usually I hate Chihuahuas, but yours seem to be really nice"? I have many times. I've gotten that comment even at the vet's office from some of the staff. However, they can be forgiven because every single day the veterinary staff in all veterinary clinics and hospitals, they deal every day with Chihuahuas and other breeds that they have to muzzle just so they can clip their nails and keep from getting bitten. So why are Chihuahuas viewed so negatively? And they're viewed as aggressive, mean little ankle biter dogs. Why is that? Well, one thing I can tell you is it is not inherent. Even though I've gotten lots of different opinions on that, and people tell me that it's genetic and so on. However, I can tell you that if you ask a geneticist, they will tell you that aggressive behavior in a Chihuahua is not inherited. I think the biggest reason that Chihuahuas have such a negative reputation is that people will go out and get a Chihuahua without doing the research first and without knowing anything about the Chihuahua breed and their traits and so on, and they don't bother to train them, they don't bother to socialize them, because after all, they're just tiny little dogs. Then they realize that this tiny little dog has some behavior issues and they don't know what to do about them. You and I know that Chihuahuas are very loving, loyal, and protective little dogs, but without training and socialization, those wonderful qualities for a dog to have can become behavior issues. The number one reason given when a Chihuahua is surrendered to a shelter, the number one reason given is behavior issues. And many times owners unknowingly cause or create these behavior issues without knowing it. And then once those behavior issues become a learned behavior, they're very hard to break. Another factor, the movies. For instance, in the early 2000s, when Beverly Hills Chihuahua and Legally Blonde came out, people fell in love with little Chloe and little Bruiser, and they ran right out to find a Chihuahua. Because of this, puppy mills began mass producing Chihuahua puppies to meet the high demand. People believed that they could just carry them around and they would be content with that and look cute, just like little Chloe and little Bruiser. Come on, I'm a Chihuahua mom. I know how cute and adorable they are. Some like to get dressed up, and it's fun to carry them around in your purse or a little bag and take them with you everywhere you go. But at the end of the day, a Chihuahua is a dog. No matter how you slice it, a Chihuahua is a dog, not a fashion accessory. And just like any other dog breed, they need training and socialization and the ability to just be a dog. So as I said, people ran out and got Chihuahuas thinking they were going to be just like little Bruiser or like Chloe, and that they could carry them around, take them with them everywhere they went, and the dog would be content with that and would be well-mannered, and that they would not otherwise cause any problems or have any behavior issues. But then they soon discovered that Chihuahua is a dog, and just like any other dog breed, they need training and socialization, and that was work that they weren't willing to put in.
Welcome to the home of the rich and famous.
I'll get you anything you want. Yes, I will.
Where no one is more pampered and privileged than the Beverly Hills Chihuahuas.
It's not easy to find a mate with papers.
Yeah, that would be nice, but it just isn't real. It's the movies. Chihuahuas, just like any other breed, need their boundaries respected. If a large dog growls at you, you know to back off. If a Chihuahua growls at you, some people think it's cute, it's funny, their bite isn't going to hurt anybody, so it's just cute and funny. Case in point.
Home and I pet my dog. You see, petting your dog is one of the most relaxing things you can possibly do. It releases a hormone called oxytocin.
Now tell me honestly, would you do the same thing as that man is doing to the Chihuahua? Would you do the same thing to a German Shepherd or to a Doberman or to a Rottweiler? I'm not picking on those breeds. I'm simply making a point that you would not dream of doing such a thing to a large breed dog or even a medium-sized breed dog. What that man is doing to that Chihuahua. Yes, I'm human. The very first time I saw that video, I chuckled. But then I got irritated and I got mad. Honestly, I hate that people keep sharing that video and others like it over and over and over and over again. You may have seen it on Facebook or Instagram or on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about somebody teasing a Chihuahua and it's supposed to be funny. It's no wonder Chihuahuas have such a bad reputation. That video and others like it, all they do is perpetuate the whole stereotype labeling of a Chihuahua being aggressive, mean ankle biters. But all it takes to have a sweet, well-mannered little Chihuahua, all it takes is a little know-how, a little understanding, and training and socialization, and the ability to just be a dog. But if you do all of those things, if you take in the knowledge, if you have the know-how and the understanding, and you train and socialize these little dogs, you will have the best pet, the best companion, loyal and constant companion that you could even ever ask for. And then, and only then, you can dress them up if you'd like. You can carry them around in a bag. You can baby talk. You can take them everywhere with you that you want to go. But you have to put in the work first, the training and the socialization. Those are just as necessary for a Chihuahua, if not more so, than any other dog breed. But if you do all those things, I'm a Chihuahua mom. I'm right there with you. I love taking my Chihuahuas with me everywhere I go. Like Winston likes getting dressed up. And so I like dressing him up and taking photos and putting them on my social media. You'll find some on my Instagram account, and I'll put the link in the description below. As you can see, in case you haven't noticed, this is a subject that I am very passionate about. When I first began my blog back in towards the end of 2015, I started it as kind of a video diary of my life with Chihuahuas. That's why the name Chi-Chi's and Me. But I soon realized that I perhaps could do something to help change the bad reputation of Chihuahuas. And I realized that there are many people just like me who hate the fact that Chihuahuas have such a bad reputation and that they're simply misunderstood. Any dog lover knows that all breeds have their pros and their cons. All breeds have different traits, different tendencies. So what can you and I do? Well, first of all, we can stop perpetuating the stereotype of both Chihuahuas and Pit Bulls. Then, rather than share over and over again those videos that just perpetuate that idea of vicious Chihuahuas, instead, share videos like this one or any other video that shows Chihuahuas in a better light, because that's really natural for a Chihuahua if they're treated like a dog and trained and socialized. Let's let everyone know that a Chihuahua that is trained and socialized is the sweetest little dog on the planet. Okay, I may be a little biased, I may be a little prejudiced, but it's true that Chihuahuas make excellent pets and can be a great addition to any family, as long as they are trained and socialized just like any other dog breed. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And for my 3 well-trained Chihuahuas, okay, anyone who knows me knows that I have 2 newly rescued Chihuahuas who still need a lot of training. But we're working on it. But until we meet right back here again on this channel, my 3 Chihuahuas and I send you best wishes and lots of sloppy Chihuahua kisses.